Madam We of the Forplay Matters podcast is going to be talking about something very different, staying on subject with what we've been discussing all night. Stan and I are 4 years into our marriage. Jamie and Arena, 25 years. And then you got a lot of people watching in between, and we need some things to make things keep spicy.
Okay.
Spicy in myself up. So.
Okay. Well,
yes. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell them what this Forplay Matters podcast is all about, and then talk about some of the things or items or whatever it is that can help us keep it spicy.
hey, things are
Okay.
Madam We to the
show. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me. So, yes, I'm Madam We from Forplay Matters podcast. It's pretty much on Instagram, YouTube, Anchor, Spotify. Our website is forplaymatters.com. And pretty much I talk about being sexually exploring, liberating yourself, especially for women and women of color. But tonight I'm going to talk to you a little bit about V-Day. And V-Day for me is, you know what day? I don't know if you want me to say Vagina Day, but
Vagina Day, yes.
Yeah.
Vagina Day.
Yeah, so it's Valentine's Day for some, but it's Vagina Day for others.
Yes.
Every day is Vagina Day.
Vagina Day, yep. That's how you do it. Yep.
So I have a little treat for you. I'm going to show you how to spice it up, but also how to arouse, enhance, and explore. So the first thing you see, I have my red wig on, and normally when I'm Madam We, I put my red wig on, and this is a good way to spice things up too, is to foreplay. So if you want to put on a wig, if you want to put on a French maid outfit, or if you want to act out doctor, nurse, or whatever it is type of role play you want to do, you can do that. That's a way that you can spice things up. But the thing is, you got to make sure you set boundaries, safe words, or anything of what you're going to do, because the moment you come through the door, you then go into character. Now, if you come through the door and you need to prep for it, then you set your boundaries, your time frame, and what you're going to be doing. But another thing that you can do to arouse, enhance, and explore as a couple is to maybe cook together. Cook some things. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Put some things together. I mean, hey, I saw through the game, someone's downtime was using some cannabis. So pretty much you can do a cannabis infused meal, work together on that. You can do a cannabis infused cocktail that can possibly get the juices flowing. And a lot of couples don't realize when you work together and you start to arouse you, because you're taking that quality time and appreciating each other, as well as doing something that maybe both of you like. I know I don't like to cook. However, I like to eat. I'm a foodie. So, and I'm not the best cook, but however, I will get in, because it could be a lot of foreplay that can happen while you're making, while you're eating, while you're drinking, and so forth. And then if you have some downtime after that, and before you kind of head to the bedroom, you don't want to just run to the bedroom. We want to do this slowly. But pretty much you can then possibly play a game. Secret 7 is a sex game you can play together while you're drinking your cannabis-infused cocktail or your cocktail. And it could do certain things, like you'll pick a card and says, blow into my ear. So you're kind of doing a little foreplay, a little cutesy stuff. Wrestle me playfully. Another sex game is cuff. So some of the questions that are in here, you can do that. But these games really start to get you talking and get you playful, get you giddy. It's kind of like an icebreaker. However, most couples that are 25 years in, they might need to do a little more than someone that's 4 years in. So then you never know. You might want to do a little whipping.
Yes. Bring it out. I need that.
What am I supposed to do with that? Show me how that works.
Oh, you bend over and she will whip you.
Don't do it, Jamie. Jamie, don't let him trick you. No, Jamie, come back. Come back this way, Jamie.
Another thing that you could do also, which is a really, really cute game that I made up. I made these little laminate cards that are different sex positions. Because sometimes when you are together for so long, it starts to be redundant. It starts to be like, we're going to continue to do missionary. We're going to continue to do doggy style.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So what you can do is I had different sex positions. You can get into very creative sex positions. And each night, or if you want to do it every single night, or once a week or twice a week, whatever your schedule is. I mean, hopefully you're doing it every single night. You can then put the rockabye booty a certain position. So that's really fun.
Wait, rockabye booty. Go back to that.
Wait a minute.
Can you see it? Rockabye booty.
We got to sit down on the
We too
floor.
old. We need older people stuff. Yeah, we 40 plus. We need the 40.
So am I. So start exercising and stretching because I'm 46 years old. So at the end of the day, if I can get in a position, you can get in a position. But I'm going to tell you how I will help you get into these positions.
Okay, let's talk. Okay. Talk about it.
Can I talk about it? Okay, so see this position here?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So one thing you can do to prep for it, which I end up making is, can you see this? See this little heart here?
Uh-huh.
It's a cannabis infused heart.
Well, give me one.
So it's chocolate.
Wait a minute.
I can't do that yet. I've been about 18
So
months.
it's chocolate. And of course, when you're playing that game, that Secret 7 game, take chocolate because edibles take about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe depending on if you're used to taking it or whatever. That can then start to get you nice and relaxed, calm, but also too, once you get into those positions and you have a little what we call elevated intimacy, you'll be able to get into that position.
Okay.
So when you take like a chocolate edible like I did just now, it will start to heighten your senses. So one thing that you could do is then blindfold and take your lover, your partner, your husband, your wife to the bedroom. Create a nice little sacred space with some essential oils, candles, pillows. Make it very plush and inviting. Because and also creating a different space, spicing it up when you're together for so long, you might sometimes want to change up the environment.
Yeah.
The same thing over and over and over. So anyway, now that you have your edible in, you have your blindfold on, that helps to then take a CBD, intimate massage oil, and you start to now massage. You could do Tantra. I don't know if y'all heard of Tantra. You can do Reiki. Have you heard of Tantra?
I've never heard of that.
It was a restaurant called that in Miami.
That's what they do in Miami.
It was a restaurant
called Tantra.
Remember that? It was real exotic and like.
Was that the one that had the grass on the wall?
Probably so.
Because it was also another club called Bed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Tantra is something that you practice. A lot of those positions that I showed you, you get into those positions and you start to breathe as one. You start to then get into your rhythm of maybe moving, but you're not doing any penetration. It's all foreplay. Everything that I'm describing is foreplay because, intercourse is the grand finale, right? But sometimes we don't want to get into it real quick. We want to I think when you're together for so long, you need to start learning how to touch each other, do Tantra, breathe, start to connect your spirituality and your sexuality with each other. That's Tantra. So the thing is, that's an ancient, what'd you say?
Bring a lot of toys.
Be quiet.
You want to bring a lot of toys?
Yes. Handcuffs, toys,
you didn't skip over the Tantra and the Reiki, so you just want to get to vibration play and no emotional connection.
I'm gonna start that earlier during the daytime. I'm gonna call and say those sexy stuff. come in the office and, take her shirt off, stuff like that.
So
in the daytime.
So man, what you say when I get to doing the touchy feely and she keeps smacking my hand?
What does that say?
She keeps smacking your hand, and maybe she's trying to tell you she don't like you touching that spot.
No.
Or you're there too long.
Not tonight.
Yeah, that's a so how do we get past that? When they
how do you get past
that?
How do we get past?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Every
what do we
night,
do now? What's the next move?
About 9 o'clock, I'm touching.
Stand right here.
Now, are you massaging?
That's the 25-year couple. That's the 25-year couple. So what do they do to get past the normal, the routine?
Well, that's what I'm talking to you about. Different positions. If you want to do vibration play, I don't know if you're into that.
Yeah, let's do vibration play.
What you got? What's going on here?
Demonstration.
Okay, this is called the cream collector. So this is pretty much, again, you can use this on your clit, your G spot, but this part of it is the cock ring. So pretty much this will go in her, this will go on your penis, and you both can have vibration play at the same time. This is called a cream collector.
Wait.
You like that?
I want to get that.
Wait, calm down. Don't do no.
So this is one of my sexperts. She's called Scrump at Night. So pretty much, I don't know if you want me to put it in the chat of where you can get this, but this is called the cream collector, and her website is Scrump at Night. Another one is pretty much the egg. This is a vibrator as well. This goes on the clit, and it, sometimes when you're holding it like this, it's like your hand and it's vibrating, then your hand starts to get numb. This is pretty much for your clit. So you're not going that long. Oh my goodness, you're not going that long.
I'm not holding on that long.
Well, see, the thing is,
wait, madam, bring it back. We over.
We got the help.
The thing is, Stan, you may not go that long, but she can go that long because you have to remember. Let me fit the hole. The hole will outlast the pole. So always remember that, okay?
Wait.
The hole
will outlast the pole. That right there. That don't say bad. The hole will outlast the pole.
The hole outlasts the pole.
The hole outlasts the pole. So that's why I'm trying to give you different tips. So therefore, you're starting to get connected so that you can work up and possibly get to the point of having, an orgasm together. In Tantra, with your breathing and all that, and especially for women, because women have to be mentally and emotionally connected in order to have an orgasm. It takes women about 20 minutes, if so, to have an orgasm, whereas men, it's like 3 to 5 minutes. So it takes us a long time to get there.
It just depends on what's going on here, Doc. Wait. We need an equalizer. We need an equalizer. We need something to level the playing field.
Okay. So Stan, that's a good point. You need something to level the playing field, right?
Yes.
That was that chocolate heart edible that I took that I just showed you. That's going to equal the playing field because the woman's senses, she's going to now be heightened. So therefore, if he touch her, if he tickles, she's going to be aroused. She's going to start to get aroused. He could take the vibrator and possibly take the vibrator and go over all her body, her nipples, her clit, do pretty much with the intimate massage oil. Once a woman has that edible in, and it doesn't have to be to the point of you getting paranoid and, oh my God, I got to ride this high. It's a very subtle edible that will heighten her senses. That's the level playing field. That's what levels it. And then you can sit there and use the vibrator to help. Another thing that you can do, I'm going to show you this, because it seems like you like toys.
Wait. You wasn't ready. Wait. You got to prepare us when you start pulling out dildo.
Oh my.
Wait. So what is this, the ultra dildo? What is this?
This is a vibrator. This is called an oral sex vibrator. So I don't know if you can see. That's a tongue.
Okay.
Don't show my wife that.
Okay.
Wait, you gotta give me stuff I can do. Don't wait, Doc. That's a little extra.
But see, the thing is, Stan, you can do it. You're the one operating the vibrator. She's the one receiving. So it's vibration play. So she can do this by herself as well. I mean, she can do masturbation meditation every day if she wants. Meditate and masturbate every day.
Don't
Masturbation meditation.
Not too much.
Masturbation meditation, because a vagina, that's water. I don't know if you know, when you meditate and you put intentions out into the universe, you have to have water. Well, your pussy is water. It's nice and wet. So masturbation meditation. Okay.
Yes. Where you been? So the pussy water. Wait, calm down. Wait, did you?
Listen,
I like your flavor.
I have to do a time. We need a button. No,
so,
really.
So you mean water like swirling water?
Baby.
Wait, I like her.
No, listen, we love you.
Madam,
we love you.
Yes,
and we need more time, but we don't have it. And
okay.
people leave off of the feed, I need them to know, because they're going to be asking us how they get this stuff. They're going to want to know how they get to your podcast. They're going to want to know everything about you. And I need you to take this opportunity to do that now, because we really do have to go.
Okay. Well, it's forplaymatters.com is my website. I'm on Instagram as Secret Society Life and Forplay Matters. He got to get the pen down. Forplay Matters on Instagram. I am on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and so forth. But the website is forplaymatters.com. And what I'm having come out soon is Forplay Matters in a box. So if you go, you'll be able to get the box and a lot of Madam Wee's favorite items, like this and intimate oil.
Yes. We need that box.
As well as oral sex rock candy. Remember the pop rocks?
What is that?
No, baby.
The pop rocks. You do this, and then pretty much that's where you can participate. Stan, she put this in as the pop
I
rocks.
put the pop rocks in my mouth.
Well, wait.
Not in your mouth.
Wait, go back to the pop rocks. What's going on with these pop rocks?
I put them in my mouth before oral sex, and they pop, pop on your.
So you can do it on him, or he can do it on you. So a lot of Madam Wee's favorite items will go in Forplay Matters in the box.
Okay.
So you can get that at forplaymatters.com.
Forplaymatters.com. Forplaymatters.com.
Y'all heard that?
We love you, Madam Wee. You are amazing.
Yes.
You know what? We're going to do it right after the show. Shit you said, I'm going to practice. Madam Wee. I'm going to practice everything you said.
Madam Wee.
Everything you said, I'm going to do. Madam Wee, I'm pulling out everything.
All right.
I hope you do.
We love you.
Happy V-Day. Happy V-Day.
Yes,
Happy V-Day. Happy Vagina Day.